everybody, so I thought I would do an Imbolc altar tour here, show you what I got on here. I just wanted to kind of show you up here. I always have my general god and goddess representations in between the two pictures of my totem animals. I did want to mention that from Imbolc to summer solstice, I have these two statues as my god and goddess representation. I do a lot of work with the Fae at the first part of the year, and this is part of the work that I do with them. So on this side I have a goddess representation who also has an owl on her shoulder, and I have some crystals here that correspond to me, the feminine energies of the goddess. And then over here I have the god representation that has a wolf and crystals that correspond with the male energies. And then my candle that I always have in the middle. Here I have my Bridget cross that I made last Imbolc. And then I'll start on this side. I have fake flowers. I generally only have fake flowers inside on my altars, not when I do outside ritual. And I have fake flowers in here for a few reasons. One of them being that my allergies are so bad right now that I don't want to bring in any real flowers. Two, I'm really big about reusing, and unless I'm doing outside ritual where I leave the flowers out there for, you know, nature, I like to have fake flowers in here. I can have my altar up longer and I don't have to replace the flowers. The other thing is, I learned a hard lesson about lilies, which are my favorite flower, that when a cat eats them, it costs you a nice big fat vet bill. So I just tend to stay with the fake flowers. And generally there's several flowers that correspond with Bridget, who is a goddess that corresponds with Imbolc to a lot of people this particular Sabbath. And none of which I could find, specifically crocus flowers, so I pretty much tried to do some early spring kind of flowers. Now on this side of my altar is my working side, and I have my charcoal and my lighter and matches. I have my cauldron here. It just has my shell in it. My cauldron is specifically for burning paper and incense on the charcoals. I have my selenite. I have one on each side, and I always keep them on my altar. This I have here, my double shoestring, because I'm going to be doing another spell for employment. See if I can switch sides here. I have my God candle, which is like a light yellow. And then I have my air representation, my earth representation, my water representation, and in the spirit of the Celtic goddess, I have my fire representation in this little tea light holder. Okay, and since Bridget is who I correspond with during Imbolc, I have pictures of her here. Now, depending on the Sabbath, I will switch out down here where she's at different correspondences of different gods and goddesses, not correspondences, like pictures or different representations, whether they're statues or plaques or what have you. This particular Sabbath is Bridget. I also made some little Celtic heart knots that I have draped over the picture there. There are several animals that correspond with Bridget this time of year, or this particular Sabbath. There are any animals that hibernate, owls, and these are lambs. These are antique lambs, so I'm kind of scared to use them, but I keep them there as, you know, sort of correspondence to the energies of Imbolc. Now, periodically I will have different tarot cards on my altar for spells or ritual, part of my ritual, depending on what I'm doing. And what I'm going to do is I'll go over, if they're for a spell, I'm just going to show them to you. If they're for a ritual, I'll go ahead and kind of tell you why they're there, but I'm not going to go into any depth because I don't really want to do any spell or ritual videos. This right here is part of a spell, and it's my Imbolc, my Fairy Door, and my Tree of Spring picture, or tarot deck. And I'll swing over here and get back to these, but here's my Goddess candle. And then I have a Phoenix with a heart, or rose quartz, and a Witch with a Amethyst. Now, the Phoenix I have on there because as of late I've been going through a lot of physical, spiritual, and emotional kind of obstacles. I'm trying to learn from them and embrace them in the energy of forwarding myself to the person I want to be, which to me that's all about self-love, growing to love the person you're becoming or you became. And the Amethyst down here is all about spiritual knowledge, spiritual communication. And right now, because I have been sick, I've been doing a lot of reading and a lot of research. I've been working on my book Shadows, doing a lot of spirit work. And this is to help with those energies of absorbing all of that information. I have another just illumination, my little cauldron illumination candle. This is from the first snow in Massachusetts. It's water I'm going to be consecrating. My selenite. Owl is another representation, or not representation, I'm getting my words totally mixed up because I'm so not feeling good. A correspondent of Bridget, and so I have my owl on there. And this thing I found at a thrift store, I think it was cream color, and I painted it black and put the triple goddess symbol on there. And then I have all the colors that correspond with the maiden, mother, and crone. Here is my offering bowl. I have some old sage in there that I burnt up. It's still got a little bit left on it. I'm going to be using the sticks for a spell and for incense. And this little container here is what I put my incense in that I make for different sabbats. My mortar and pestle, my chalice that I'll be using during the cakes and ale portion of my ritual, and my pentagram, which will be illuminated, but it is not right now. And then I just have my cloth. Now the white cloth underneath there I usually have, I think except for probably Mabon and Samhain, I have it on pretty much, and not Astara. Those three sabbats I don't have it on there, but every other sabbat I have it as an undercloth. And then I have this blue kind of shimmery cloth over it. So that's it. That's my Imbolc altar. The only things missing are some of the things I'll be working with doing spells, but they're not specific to Imbolc, so there's nothing missing that is specific to this particular altar. Alright, so I hope everybody enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, please feel free to message me. I love hearing from y'all, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and blessed be.